Welcome to the 9th edition of the QuaranTOON Comedy Showcase. I'm your host, Dan Brown. I feel like I wear my mask in public so frequently that sometimes I wonder, is the N95 really covering who I am, or is Dan Brown the mask? I wonder if I can catch COVID-19 from picking up all the bottles of old-time cola and cans of natural light that these litter bugs keep throwing on my lawn. Or by taking down the signs that say, "Move out of our neighborhood, you nerd!" The other day I was watching 12 Monkeys, where they sent Bruce Willis back in time to stop a virus that nearly ended the human species. COVID-19 has a 95% survival rate, so get in the time machine, Tommy Wiseau! Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Then give it up for Mel V!
Have you ever wished so hard for a day off from work that you accidentally manifested a pandemic? Yeah, I am so sorry about this. I am pretty sure this is my fault. This is crazy though, right? 2020 has been an absolute shit show. Here is some good news though. Did you know that the human brain starts to deteriorate at age 27? Yeah, well, I mean, it's good news comparatively. Okay, I have something pretty controversial to say, but I'll say it. I can't stand frontline hospital workers. I can't stand them. I'm sorry, but they are taking all of the attention away from the real heroes here, who are obviously celebrities not wearing makeup. I don't know about you guys, but I was shocked and saddened to learn how many of my friends respond to a crisis by baking sourdough bread. That is deeply disturbing. Yeah, it looks delicious, but you're no longer part of my post-apocalyptic gang. That's for damn sure. Janice. Here's a little fun fact for you. Did you know that the coronavirus can live for up to 28 days on a mobile phone screen? Yeah, and did you know that all snipers are Republican? Schools have gone just about completely remote for most students now. A lot of parents I know are really struggling with this whole homeschooling thing, but not me. I love it. I've been homeschooling my 8-year-old now for months, and I've sort of found it to be a really incredible bonding experience. I'm learning so much that I never knew before. I had no idea we both suck at 3rd grade. I mean, who knew? Even in the most difficult times, though, the optimist in me can't help but look for the positives. In a lot of ways, I think that COVID has really shown us what's really important. Before COVID, I'll be honest, I used to avoid spending time with my extended family because I thought I had better things to do. But not anymore. I will tell you that when this whole thing is over, I'm going to avoid spending time with my extended family because they're science-denying assholes instead. I did receive a piece of advice recently that I found to be particularly helpful, and I don't know about you, but I think we could all use a little inspiration and encouragement right about now, so I thought I would share it with you guys. A good friend of mine who recently lost her mother to COVID said this to me. She said to me, at least that's what I think she said. It's kind of hard to understand her with the mask. Anyway, you guys have been great. Take it easy, and I will see you on the other side.
The last few months I've been going to these Zoom holidays where I only get to see my family for an hour through a tiny little window. Thanks, COVID-19! Give it up for your next comedian, Dave Sheehan!
Thank you, Dan. When Dan first offered to draw me, I was a little concerned. I thought he meant like one of his French girls. But this is okay. Cartoon me looks like I'm about to start turning a ragtag bunch of misfit kids into a championship winning basketball team. Social distancing, the phenomenon that turned the entire planet into a middle school dance. Everybody's awkwardly staying as far away from each other as possible, hoping not to catch mega cooties. I've wondered how many young couples back in January 2020 were saying, honey, we should really think about starting a family. But after seeing people talk about what quarantining with kids was like, they're now saying, honey, we should really think about adopting a hamster. Standard wedding vows will be different from now on. Couples will be saying, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in quarantine and health. Could the couple at table 9 please keep it down? We're trying to do a show here. Watching 2020 go by reminded me of watching Game of Thrones. Too many storylines, so many characters coming and going. The second I thought I had a grip on where everything stood, it all changed. And so many beloved characters died way too soon. There were a number of 2020 subplots. I don't even know how or if they ended. I mean, do we still have to be worried about murder hornets? Is it okay to eat Goya products again? That tiger that got the virus, is he okay? Did we ever figure out why Elon Musk named his kid after his own Netflix password? Here's a fun quarantine activity you may not have tried yet. While wearing a tight cloth mask, say a word containing multiple R's and see how long it takes somebody to understand what the hell you're saying. I recently had to say the name Dr. Carreras, which sounds a lot different when a swatch with ear loops is compressing your lips into your tonsils. And what is his name? After about 7 rounds of that, she finally just gave up and wrote down Dr. Clown Car Horn. A rather bizarre election took place this year. The majority of Americans collectively said, we no longer want leadership from a tired, old, disoriented white man who's pushing 80. Instead, we want leadership from a different tired, old, disoriented white man who's even closer to 80. That's like trading in your 2002 Pontiac Firebird for a 1998 Oldsmobile Alero. One thing you should take away from this year is the giant reminder that we don't know what's ahead. Always live your life to the fullest. Don't look back in the future wishing you'd done this or that. Hindsight is 2020, and that expression needs to die for obvious reasons. Thank you. Good night.